Well, my first impression of Aggieville was um, sitting in my fraternity house, and I'd been on the campus and in Manhattan for a couple of hours, and needed some things as I moved into the house. I was coming in from Syracuse, New York, and I mentioned that I need a hammer and some nails for a picture I wanted to hang up, and someone said, "Well, just go to Aggieville." And we were on my fraternity house is 11th and Fremont. I had no idea what they were talking about. First time I'd heard the comment, the term Aggieville. So my first venture to Aggieville was to go to one of the many hardware stores in Aggieville. So I remember hardware stores, cleaners, and of course bars. I remember, of course, a lot of social activities in Aggieville. At the time, students could drink in Aggieville at 3-2 beer at age 18, and I came to K-State as a transfer student from the state of New York. So the drinking laws in New York were far more liberal, where at 18 you could drink liquor as well as 6-point beer. Here it was just 3-2 beer. So I do remember the alcohol, of course, and the social atmosphere. But I also remember the gas stations, the 22, 23 cent per gallon charge for gasoline, the gas wars that went on through the Aggieville and the surrounding area gas stations. I remember the check cashing policy, and I remember fraternity brothers cashing blank counter checks in Aggieville. They were simply checks that were on counters, and you filled in the name of the bank and your account number and the amount of money you wanted, and a merchant would actually not only give you what merchandise you wanted, but would give you change. And I thought that was just extraordinary. All on a blank check that you put in your own account number, the name of your bank, hometown, signed it, and with a K-State ID card, they were giving you money. I thought that was extraordinary difference between the late 60s from where I came from as a grocery store manager to Aggieville, USA. We may have per capita more, well, we certainly don't have the hardware stores and the cleaners anymore in Aggieville. I think there's just one now. The gas stations have closed. The theaters have closed. We had 2 theater screens in Aggieville. All those establishments seem to have turned into either coffee shops or bars. We're down to 2 bookstores. So I think that has changed. There's a day crowd and a night crowd. At 9 o'clock, it turns into a real social scene, which is fun for my students and safe for students and families. It's just not a place that I think that as dean, students want to see me. There's simply nothing like Aggieville in America. We are so unique to have this incredible historic shopping district that everyone feels welcome. It has tremendous value. We promote Aggieville as part of our university brand 24/7. Or a publication that's university related, dealing with student recruitment and the sense of tradition, that we don't mention Aggieville being a unique and historic district for my students, for our families, for parents, for alumni, for visitors from all over the world.